What is going on, family? Thank you so much for tuning in to another yet episode of Boîte Noire Radio. I am your host, Alistair, and I am co-hosted by...
Beefy, your shit talking squirrel friend.
Yeah, and you know what, guys? This is a place where we talk about anything and everything, so you must keep an open mind, because otherwise, Beefy, what happens?
You can just go.
Yes,
Work out. Just go, man.
yes.
Just leave. Nobody wants you here.
You know what I find super interesting, Beefy, is that um, so far nobody complained about us being like, get the F out of here, which is good, which is very good. Which
I
is
was literally just thinking to myself, like, we probably shouldn't start each show by telling people to
get out.
But it's actually served us for the best in the long run. Like, there's been times, like, I think it was just last week we were talking to Gavin and we were like, don't worry about it, because we tell people at the start of every show, if you don't have an open mind and you can't hear our opinions, you can get the fuck out. And we were deliberate in that mindset going into this. Like, that motto or that catchphrase was very much on our heads when we conceptualized this show.
Yeah,
because we knew our audiences thought of us in a certain light, and exposing us in such a raw format as a podcast would probably alienate some of our audiences. So it was a very deliberate, intentional thing to start the show the same way every week. Hey, if you don't have an open mind, we're probably not the same people you think we are. So if you are picturing Beefy or Alistair in a certain box, or us thinking a certain way, or leaning towards one side of the political map, this show might not be for you.
right. And I think it's also important that even the viewers and the people commenting, and actually anybody who watched the show, it's important to know that you're not one-dimensional, right? Everybody has different facade, and so feel free to express that facade. I mean, I use Booba a lot as a big example. Booba is one of our regular, and
Boîte Noire, yeah, he's a regular.
Yeah, he's a regular, but he has sometimes completely different point of view, and I'm so happy that it doesn't stop him to express. And there's many more, but I picked him specifically because
he's a great example, because he's very respectful, even though he has opinions that even I might not necessarily agree with. I'm a little more right-leaning than you are. But he's very, very respectful in his opinions, and he'll be the first to say, look, if we don't agree, he'll probably come up with some. He's got a lot of Southern charm, so he's got like a million of those little one-liners, like Larry the Cable Guy. But he'll be the first to just throw out like, hey, every snake has an elbow. It's just the way shit goes.
But
he's probably in the audience, like BP doing a shitty impression of me.
But to me, he moved the needle in my perception in terms of gun situation, which is like, I'm 38 years old. This one comment that he said just made me go, oh, wait a minute. Oh, right. That's the power of being in a room with other point of views. It allows you to see a different side and broadens your horizon.
It's also the power of having an open mind, like we say.
Yes.
Speaking of Boîte Noirean regulars, we have a few in the house already. Alicia's here. We got Jonesy. Alina's in the house. Lori. All our faves are here today. We're just waiting for Spooky Little Gnome, and the whole cast will be complete here.
Oh, lovelies. By the way, Beefy, before we get into... Oh, no, actually, forget about that. Let me just remind everybody, look, we got a job to do, all right? Beefy, do you have the link ready? Because we have worked on something super interesting, and we talked about it last week. I've already made my order.
You use this term called "we." Can you define that?
How dare you?
Kidding. How dare you? How dare you?
How dare you? But guys, this is our sticker. It's a Halloween sticker. It's only available until October 31st, right, Beefy?
You modeled. I mean, look how great you look in this thing. It's beautiful. You guys should have seen him. He walked down the street in that fancy old-timey thing, so I could capture his likeness just so. It was a great day. Yeah.
Yes.
And then look, there's little Beefy right there. I had to model too. I look great. I'm ready to lose the weight. Look at me. Yeah.
Look at that. Let me tell you something. Everybody just scurried out of the way so I can just walk down this runway. Let me tell you something. This looks really good, Beefy. Oh, we say you're super
Scurried.
talented.
Nice choice of words. I like that.
Yeah. Look at that. But anyway, so if you go in the description below,
It's a cool fucking sticker.
it's cool. It's a cool sticker. Yeah. It's
Like I made it and I'm proud that I ordered one. Happy to have it.
Look, I order one too. But anyway, that's it. Just go in the description below, pick yours before it disappears forever.
Yeah, and for replay crew, you only have till October 31st, 2023. So for people that are watching this like 2 years from now, sorry. Go on eBay. Maybe there's one still for sale. Or you can email me and Alex there. Maybe we'll sell you ours.
Speaking of eBay, can you imagine paying for a used sticker? Like, how do you unstick it, package it? Like, how does that work?
That's a thing. It's called sticker anxiety. Some people, like, the anxiety heightens to such a point they can't, because you only get one opportunity to stick it. Yeah, it's definitely a thing.
I didn't know that.
Are you serious? Freak out, like, where am I going to put this thing? I don't know. Where am I going to stick it yet?
Oh, wow. Look at me learning stuff. Besides, speaking of learning stuff, today's show is going to be all about nonsense. But the cool thing about the nonsense,
hey, we gotta have a house show every now and again.
It's a house show, but look, I think you're going to have a good laugh. The first video that I want to showcase, and it is something that is super disturbing. Come on.
Hold on now. Hold on. Before we introduce this, where did you find this?
So sometimes on my off time, it's literally like an hour, I do browse the YouTube sphere.
Did you browse the internet?
I browse the internet for ridiculousness. Beefy. Why is there a cat with a Pop-Tart and a rainbow flying across my screen?
It's Pop-Tart. He's Pop-Tart cat. That's our mascot. He's one of the very collective characters in the Boîte Noirian universe. Like there's Final Thought Englishman, and then there's the stick figure theater couple. There's us, the Psychic Sleuth, and Pop-Tart Cat. We have a very eclectic cast of characters here on Boîte Noire Radio.
Listen, viewers, listeners, were you guys aware of this? Because that's, again, Beefy, you and your stupid, beautiful brain cells. Love it.
Yeah, we need to make like one of those Simpsons posters. Remember the blacklight posters from the Simpsons where they had like every character? We need one of those in Boîte Noire. Like Jeffrey Dahmer would be there, and the head in a bucket lady with the guy, and his head's actually in the bucket.
Mind your business.
Mind your business. Let's get down to the shit business.
Let's get down to shit business. So, guys,
which clip am I teeing up here? Is it wild video shows woman opening fire?
Yes, that's the first story. So it's going to
look how in sync we are.
It's going to be this woman at the police station. First of all, I don't know what the hell she's doing there, and she just walks in there, twirls, backflips, twerks, splits, and with intentions. Look at this mess. Press play. Look at that.
Oh, holding it to her head.
Like she don't give a
side note, this YouTube channel, Police Activity, great.
Yeah. It's
primo content. I love me some Police Activity.
It just popped up into my feed, and I was like, "Girl, she's just walking in there like with." And then if you look at the police station, it's empty. They probably saw her coming a mile away. They're like, "No, honey, there's a gun here. Let's right. Look, there's no one at the police station. They scurried out." Look at that. She's like, "Hello, anybody here? Hello."
Banging on the window with the gun. Look at that. She's pistol whipping the detective screen. Look at, she's literally pistol whipping it.
Hello, dude. There's no one there. Like, right? Look at that. So she clearly looks drunk.
Yeah, she looks out of it. I was thinking substances is what I was thinking.
But like, she's not even holding the gun like so sturdy. Like, she could easily like shoot herself in the head. The mistake.
Yeah.
Did she just? Oh, she just fired the gun point blank at the. Oh, okay. Can you pause this?
Oh my god! No! Don't! It's gonna ricochet. Shoot herself in the head.
Is that that can happen?
Yeah. Oh yeah. If that's bulletproof glass, yeah, that bullet's gonna bounce all over.
Oh, really? Okay, so you see how like because I have this glass here at my house, and so it looks like you could break the glass, but as you can see, it's tempered glass. Don't break. Look at that.
Yeah, at a police station, it probably is bulletproof.
It's bulletproof. Yeah. Look, she's.
Oh my god!
It
Yeah,
does.
you see it?
ricochet.
You see it? Yeah, it hit the thing right there.
Oh, Biffy, you're
Wow.
right. It ricochets. She has no. She could. What? She has no idea.
Oh wait, I think that might be smoke from the gun.
No, because I saw like sprinkles of dust coming
Yeah,
from
it
the
did look
ceiling.
like it hit the ceiling or something. Yeah, interesting.
Can you imagine what the police officers are saying? Look, she's like, it's hot in here.
Yeah, I'm so curious where this is going. Like the what's the Willy Wonka quote? Like the anticipation is killing me.
Yo, Beefy, she's getting comfortable. Where's the tea, darling? Mm.
Having a seat, just making herself at home.
Oh, she crossed her legs. Okay, look.
No.
Oh, she put it.
We're not gonna see. Right?
No, no, she doesn't. She doesn't
Okay.
self-delete.
Self-delete. Okay.
She doesn't self-delete. But not like what the hell? And she keeps shooting. Look, she keeps shooting. How many bullets does a gun have? Isn't it 5?
So they make like extended mags. So a typical like revolver will have 6. That's why they call it a 6-shooter. But a clip like that, I believe, has 12. Don't quote me.
12. Okay, because I was counting how many times she shot. Look, she looks so drunk. She looks so drunk or drugged. Look, look! The door opens slightly ajar. The police is like, "Hello, are you?"
Oh yeah, look at that.
Brian, do not move.
Dude,
Do not move, Brian. Are these windows bulletproof?
Shots fired.
Are these windows bulletproof?
We have 2 cars going on to the front of the
Oh.
Who's firing now?
I think
Are
it's
they
the police.
firing it?
I
They're
think
firing
they're
at her.
firing at her. Yeah. Look how she's like, what happened? I didn't do anything.
Yeah,
Love
she's
it.
so laissez-faire about this whole
She's
situation.
very laissez-faire about it.
You know, maybe today I'll go get a latte, pumpkin spice. Maybe I'll go have a shootout with the police. You know,
Yeah.
it's kind of up in the air at this point.
I can't believe it.
That's her right here, right?
No, it's the other woman in your lobby firing a pistol.
Yeah, seriously.
What?
It's the only that's the only woman in the lobby.
Get that on the ground. You see her, Spence? Nope, she just went back. Get that on the ground. Okay, she just went to the
I
right.
have the gun in her hand right now.
Yeah, go take her down. There you
Brian.
go.
Okay, go.
Nice. Taser right to the gut.
Right to the gut.
That right there is what they call a blue swarm.
Is it? Is that what it's called? Really?
Something like that. Yeah, blue wave or something like
Cool
that.
name.
That's a term.
By the
Blue
way,
swarm, blue wave.
I cannot. Too courageous. This is why I can't be a cop. They'd be like, "Okay, I'll stare. Come out." Really?
Yeah. Same, man. Same.
Beefy, you go
No
first.
effing way.
There's no way. You know she's lucky they didn't just kill her, right? She's still lucky.
Yep, good.
You know, you say that kind of offhandedly, but she actually is very lucky they didn't blow her away.
Yeah,
It's-
because I would have pulled the trigger. No offense. I'd be like, I'm not. No, I gotta go home to my daughter. Bye.
It
Get
would
out
have
of
been
here.
it would have been by the book if they did. In a situation like this where she's
Yeah.
armed, I mean, maybe after she puts down the gun, maybe not,
Yeah.
but that's in their training right there. Just mag
Yeah.
dump. When you see an armed perpetrator like that, yeah, they would have been completely justified use of force there. Not after she gets rid of the pistol, obviously, but when she's in there shooting him, when the guys first open the door and she fires at him, yeah, they would have been completely in their rights to open fire at her.
Fuck that. Oh,
Bristol, get a 17.
There's
already guys with it.
oh, that's
we got
Yep.
2 cars going on.
Brian, do not move. Do not move, Brian.
Oh,
Are
this is the other
these
angle.
windows bulletproof?
Shots fired.
Are these windows bulletproof?
We have 2 cars going on to the front of
Oh, so that's what the rogue shots were. He's testing their bulletproof. That's a risky maneuver. I'm surprised he did that. Because that probably isn't well, I mean, technically he's shooting at a perp. Yeah, I'm I'm not well versed in the thin blue line.
Oh, I see. So you mean he tried to shoot her from behind the glass?
Yeah, because you hear cop 2 say, "Is it bulletproof? Is it
Right.
bulletproof?" And then he fires 2 shots. I think he's making
he's
sure
really
it's.
lucky to be alive. So the police
Yeah.
station saved her because he was shooting for the kill.
That's what I think. Well, I think he's really just testing if the thing is bulletproof. Like it's kind of 2 birds, 1 stone thing. Like I'm gonna shoot at her, but I'm also gonna figure out whether or not this glass will save us.
That's her right here, right? Laptop, yep. Get down.
You could tell he's nervous. He's like, "Is it her?" Yeah, it's her.
You serious, man? Nope, she just went back. Get down on the ground. Okay, she just went to the right.
I have the gun in her hand right now.
Jesus.
Ryan.
You can hear her screaming.
Hey, go, 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 go.
What?
Wow.
What? There is no way. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it.
Everyone good? Yep. Good. Bristol, get a 17.
Interesting.
Beefy, this video really showcases the reality of what all police officers face. Because look, this is a station full of cops. I'm scared. I'm not even nowhere near there. Can you imagine if you're there at the moment? That is absolutely stunning. And it goes again to show like these people are human. And can you imagine going home to that, Beefy, after let's say everything is fine, you go home to your wife and kids, forget that. You go home to by yourself, even worse, because you have no one to bounce emotions from. Like the next morning, I am paranoid.
Yeah, they're braver than I am, that's for sure.
Yeah. Anyway, what do you think of this video, Beefy?
Crazy, yeah. Did they get into what the motivations were behind this? She was just fucked up, or what?
I think she was just really fucked up. And she must have had, I don't know, a vendetta. First of all, she got the gun. And the other thing I took notes here is it puts, again, another question is people, the importance of legalizing, not legalizing, but make it sure that when you purchase a GUN, that you are vetted for your mental state at like periodically every XY,
really.
they need to be like every month you got to go see your psychiatrist. Are you okay? Oh, you're stressed. Okay, honey, no gun for you this month. Like they need to really be on the ball to make sure.
There's always a debate about gun control, right? Because we have a Fifth Amendment right to bear arms, but they could crack down a little bit, and that's what I think a lot of people are lobbying for is gun reform and just making the requirements for getting handguns a little more strict. And I think that's what you're alluding to, and I would agree with that. I mean, there's so many school shootings. Clearly, something is wrong. Like as much as I don't want to strip people of their right to bear arms if they feel it's needed, I don't necessarily know that everybody needs an assault rifle.
Oh, right. Oh, and definitely not teenagers. Can you imagine a teenager with GUN? Honey, we're all dying. It's like, you didn't say hi to me. Like, everybody's hormonal and all stressed. I had another interesting story that happened to me today, Beefy.
Oh, yeah? What's that?
Sometimes, I ask myself, like, this crazy stuff happens to me for no reason. I mind my own business. I just walk down the street, walk to my car, So I'm parked at the gas station and I'm getting gas and I was craving gummy bears. And I don't ask questions.
You were screaming gummy? Oh, you're craving gummy bears.
Craving gummy bears. So
gotcha.
I get the guys in, and I live in Jersey. You're not allowed to touch the gas, which on a side note, it's awesome. I hate pumping my own gas. Like, why? Why do I have to get out the car and put my hand on?
Oh, I've heard about this. So you can't pump your own gas.
It's the best. It's the best. Matter of fact, when I travel interstate, I fill up in Jersey. Because I refuse.
I mean, they have them. Like, they have self-service. I don't like it. I like pumping my own gas. I don't like having something do it for me.
No, I'd like to park the car. Please fill up regular. Thank you. Oh, it's the best. It's the best. So anyway, I put him into the car, and the guy's like, "What do you want? Fill up regular, please." Perfect. And like, I get my guys filled. I park over there to the gummy bear situation, to the whatever. I get inside. I get my gummy bears. Nothing to it, nothing so special. Grab the gummy bears. I go to the to pay. Do you know what I see, Beefy?
What you see?
The person who was like selling had his pants down. Now look, look.
The guy who was selling the gas had his pants down?
You have to pay for the gummy bears. The cashier, you have to pay for the gummy bear behind this thing. And I don't know if he thought that you couldn't see. Now I'm not 6 foot 1,000 feet, but I can definitely see across this thing. And I'm sitting there, and he has his pants down, and I'm trying not to look.
Why did he have his pants down? That's so weird.
No idea. And I'm sitting there, and I'm like, do I still want those gummies? Because he has
They're craving for gummy bears. Superseded you being creeped out. That's awesome.
I don't know. I mean, it wasn't even hot today. It was cold. I don't understand. I took my gummies. I went to my car. I called Chris and I said, why does shit like that happens to me? Just like, hello, yeah, interacting. And I was trying really hard to make it seem normal, but I mean, in my peripheral, all I saw was hairy legs. Anyway, on the second story, it's really, really, really funny. Speaking of pants down, Biffy, are you ready?
I don't know. After that first one, what am I looking for here? Is it neighbors with benefits?
Neighbors with benefits. People are like, what? Neighbors with
benefits. Yeah, that's a title.
Go ahead.
Style is probably more of a slang term, I would say.
It's kind of like a code.
I don't like the word swinger.
It's kind of a way to address it without using the word swinger or swinging. Are you swingers or are you in the lifestyle?
Unicorn is a single female that's active in the lifestyle.
They're called unicorns because they're a mythical creature. They really don't exist.
It's called a girl that is not psychotic or crazy or...
There's always the talk about what do you call the male unicorns.
We lately have been calling single men in the lifestyle rhinos. I don't know if it's official.
Soft swap is when a couple...
So wait, the unicorn is the third, right? Like the person that comes into the marriage?
No, the unicorn is a single female who decides to just be a swinger. And they call her a unicorn because it's so rare.
Yeah, the third. Yeah, the third. I get it. Yeah.
And then not only is it so rare, but she had to specify it's the single female that's not psychotic.
Yeah, really. Because that's a hard bar to.
Oh my god.
So, I'm out there in the dating sphere, right? And I was dating a girl who was involved in a swing capacity. She was number third, and she's out there. Let's put it that way. It's pretty consistent what you're saying. They're definitely not the most grounded, down to earth people out there.
Wow, Beefy.
She's cool. She's a friend. She's seen the show before, but hopefully she's
wow. Hi, girl.
She's really cool. She's really nice, but she's sexually provocative. Put it that way.
Wait, so she's a unicorn? I have so many questions for her.
She is a unicorn. Yeah. There's not much to know. She likes sex. There you go.
Does everything except go all the way.
Full swap is when you will fully penetrate with someone, as Ben is showing right here. So one and done is if we are with a couple, then once it happens once, that's it. It's not going to happen again.
The term vanilla basically means a non-swinger.
A normal person.
A normie?
We also have people we call strawberry, where they're a mix. It's almost like Neapolitan, where it's like they're not chocolate, they're not vanilla. So they've got a hint of lifestyle in it, where maybe they're just voyeurs, or maybe they're just
not judge people.
That too.
I found out to be first of all, very educational. So that community have lingo, which I didn't know. So single,
yeah, me either. Pretty
single female unicorn, single male rhinos. Beefy, Why do you think the guys are called rhinos? Is it because there's probably a lot more willing rhinos than unicorns?
Yeah, that's probably one of them. They're not as endangered as unicorns, but still relatively rare. I also think it's like the masculine version of the rhino. I mean, like the horn being a very phallic object, it lends itself towards sexual proclivity.
Oh, well, I didn't think
honestly,
about
power to them for keeping their marriage spicy. You know what I mean? Like they're out there living their best life. I'm sex positive. I think it's actually pretty awesome that they're both down to just like there's no jealousy to it. They just have fun. Good for them.
Now, I have a question for you then.
Okay.
Do you think a marriage can really? Do you think a relationship can really survive swinging, even if both parties are willing participants? Like for me, when
I've been in open relationships. I've never been in a relationship where we're like actively hooking up with another couple. Like you have to sit there and watch the other person. Like I don't know. Like I know that's a thing. Like watching people. I don't know if I could watch my girlfriend. I don't know. It would feel to me. It would feel too emasculating. Like I would have to swallow my pride too much. I think it would make me uncomfortable.
Okay.
Like I was willing to take the bullet of I know she's out there hooking up with other people for the benefit of I also get to hook up with other people. But seeing it in my face every day, I'm sure I could get there with the right person, but just at this moment in my life, it's also not something I'm really looking for. Like I had my younger sexual proclivity of years. It's not something I'm looking for. Like especially now that I am single in the dating sphere, I'm looking for another vanilla. I'm not looking for that anymore.
Another vanilla. No strawberries.
No rhinos, no unicorns.
Well, hey, look, my thing is, right, and the thing, even if both couples or both individuals are on the same term, it's just a matter of time before you find someone that might tickle you a little more than your partner. And then that's why I feel like open relationship or swinging it's just short-lived. It's just a matter of time before you find someone who you really like. Oh wow, I really like you.
I think with everything else, there are ways to do it. You just need to be very communicative and you need to have rules. Like a lot of people who do a lot of threesomes, they say like you need to make sure you're favoring me during the threesome, or you need to finish with me, or whatever. There are rules to make sure things aren't progressing to that level. But I have heard guys that have, pretty consistently done this with their partners. And they do end up like, inadvertently catching feelings for the unicorn.
Yeah. Right? Or what if you do the threesome like overseas and then you come back home and you can't stop thinking about the person you know, like, oh crap, right?
Yeah.
Like you become enchanted. Too risky of a business. But like you said, I'm also very sex positive.
Well,
power to them.
Yeah, for people who are like, say, for example, in a sexless marriage because the spark is gone, I will take the risk of possibly falling in love with somebody or vice versa over just having no sexual attraction to my partner. Again,
go ahead.
I admire them for not only taking the step to keep things spicy for each other and interesting, but also being so open about it.
I came across this horrific statistics of you mentioned sexless marriages. Do you know what the percentage of that is, Beefy?
Probably higher than one would think.
30%. 30% of marriages are sexless?
In the last year of my relationship, I was okay. So I am somebody who is like primarily attracted to people based on personality and character. And so the last year of my relationship, I kind of knew something was going on. So I was so detested by my partner's character and the choices she was making.
You didn't get turned on.
Yeah, I couldn't. And like there were times where she would try to like cuddle up next to you, and I had like a visceral
reaction.
It made me really uncomfortable for her to even be touching me.
Yeah.
And it was difficult because I remember even having conversations with her like, I want to try to make this work, but for like right now, what's going on? Like I cannot. And it's a weird place to be in with somebody like that because you want to make the marriage work, but at the same time, if you're not attracted to somebody, you're not attracted to them.
Yeah, it doesn't work. There's a term for that I also learned last week.
Being in a sexless marriage?
No, you are a demisexual. So a demisexual, you're like, what? A demisexual is someone who's more sexually attracted to the person's intellect and mind than their bodies.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
definitely me.
Yeah. So like you could have the hottest supermodel and she's like, and
Yeah,
you're
no,
like,
it wouldn't do it for me. No, not at all.
that's not me though. In my single days, no, that's not me. I'm like, okay, they're back, but no. Yeah. I was so surprised by the statistics, and because sometimes, when you're with a significant other, you don't always want to get down and dirty all the time, right? But,
So I've hooked up with a few girls since I've gotten single or whatever, and I've been out there dating. But the most attractive out of all the girls I've dated, the most attractive I've ever been was a girl that I never even met in person.
the
But it was
conversation.
just yeah, exactly.
It's the best. It's the best. And like when they're funny and stuff. Yeah. It's the best. Anyway, so guys in the comments, come on, chip in, people.
I got a clip. If you don't have, I know you have another one, but you want to? Here, I'll show you.
Yeah,
I found something on the internet that I found very fascinating. I wanted to pick your brain about. So let's watch this. It's very quick.
Let's do it.
Like she crazy, cursing at her, telling her what you won't do. You won't clean your room. You won't do what you want to do. And you talk to your mother like that?
Oh, yeah.
Like you tough? Do you think you tough, little man? Talk to me like you talk to your mother. Talk to me. You think you're tough, don't you? Boss up on me. Cuss me out. Tell me you ain't going to do what I say do. I dare you.
Okay.
I dare you.
Okay.
You ain't going to do it to me?
Okay.
Why you do it to her? Why you talk to her disrespectfully?
So the first time I saw this, I was like, whoa, dude, calm down.
Calm down.
Like, it's too much. But the second time I watched it, I could not love this man more. He is like what every father, just like it says, every father should do this. He's like my role model. I wish I had this in me. This is like what every kid needs.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes, and it's not just boys; girls too need it. It's not just boys.
So that was going to be my question to you. Do you do this with Olympia?
Not yet. She's too young, but it's not out of the realm of the possibility for when she's age appropriate. Yeah, and what the age appropriateness is, I'm not really sure. I had this conversation.
Yeah, you'll know when they're there.
Yeah, I talked to my sister about that specific thing. I talked to my sister about what age should I start, being a little stern in my discipline. And, she said it starts around like the end of Terrible 2. So 3, 6, and then 6, 7, 8, and then 8 and on, because, there's always a period of time where they would try to test the limit. Right.
Yeah.
So she said
eventually, I mean, that's like a kid's job to see what they can get away with.
Job to see how much they can get away with it, right?
And I think that's what we're seeing here, right? He mouthed off to his mom to see if he could get away with it, and this father is, correctly reminding him, no, that's not how we talk to mom.
But one thing that I would make sure I'll do for sure, and that is, I swear to God, I believe in that, is that as much as you scold your kid like this, make sure that by the day's end, that as a grown-up, you come back and you swath that kid with love and attention. Because
I think you give the kid the scolding like this or whatever, and you send him to his room to think about it, and then that night you take him for ice cream and say, "Hey, look, I know I was mean earlier."
That's right. That's right. Because they need,
and the important part to understand, that's right, for somebody like me who had the initial reaction of like, "Whoa, chill out." This is actually love. Like, even though he's really coming down on him, this is really expressing to him, like, I love you, I care about you, and I just want to correct this. Like, it's upsetting me because I expect more from you. You know what I mean? Like, it's coming from that dad point of view of like, I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed. He is mad, he's very mad, but he's mad because he cares about this kid, and he knows that he's worth more than that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And also, he's mad at him for that particular incident. He's not mad at him for everything else. So, because some parents get mad at their kids like all day. Like, no. It's just stick to the thing at hand. And then once you resolve that, move on. Like, you have to teach the kid also moving forward is part of healing. You can't just be
There's a
stuck.
time and a place too. Like you can't do this all the time.
No, you
But
can't do this all the time, and you
little
cannot
kid
be mad
mouthing
all the
off to
time.
mom. I would probably be this angry too. Like I would
Yeah.
probably be saying something similar, like, talk to me like you talk to her. You think you're so cool.
Yeah.
You think you're so tough. Let's see it.
Yeah.
And frankly, you shouldn't be talking to anybody that way. Be the lesson I did. Like where is this coming? You know, it's just so layered. Anyway, let's
But
finish.
unless you need to defend yourself. Oh no, honey. If
Yeah.
you talk as greasy as you need to if it's for your self-defense.
It's greasy. I love that. Very true though.
Why? Little boy, answer me. Why do you talk to your mother disrespectfully? You don't know why you do it. Today I'm gonna help you find out why. And today it ends. Today it ends. Do you
I love that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, but that's such a black dad answer.
Yep. Such a black dad. Yeah, I was gonna say that.
Help you figure it out.
Yeah, today we'll figure it out.
It really
Yeah.
is, dude.
One thing I have.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
One thing I was going to say is I like how he didn't stay and harped on the question why, because kids at that age, you know, even teenagers don't have the brain capacity to really understand fully. They don't have the capability to understand fully, you know. So it's good that he was like, why? What? He wasn't like, why? You know, like it's very surface behavioral at the
The
moment.
kid doesn't even know why he's doing it himself. You know, like we said, it's
Exactly.
instinctive for him to test the limits and see what he can get away with.
Exactly.
You will not call your mother out of her name. Ever.
Oh, is that what he did?
He called her by her.
honey.
He called her by her first name. That's like those videos you see on the internet of. Have you seen these where the kids they hold the cell phone up to a teacher and they call them by their first name, and some teachers are like, "What the fuck did you say?"
Oh yeah. Oh, honey.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a cardinal sin. Don't call me Alistair at
Oh,
4 years
by
old.
my name.
I am
Oh hell
Papa.
no!
Yeah.
You said what?
What did you say? Wow. Yeah, that's pretty severe. Yeah, that needs a conversation.
I don't know if I can picture you bossing up like that.
No, I boss up. I boss up. However, I don't condone violence, so there's no way. It will have to be pretty severe for me to put my hands on Olympia. It has to be pretty bad, like really bad.
I've seen you mad, and it's almost like a loud happy. Like you even said in one episode, like,
Yes.
"Oh, I'm fighting, but we're laughing." You know what I mean?
Yes. But also, I don't stay mad. I don't stay mad for long if it's someone I value, and I will just deal with the issue, and then maybe an hour later, I'll be the first one to come back and say, "Come on, we're over it. Come here."
Oh, actually, no, yeah, that's not true. We saw it with our canceled guest this week. You were so quick to just be like, "No, I'm done. That's it. Over. It's over. I'm done with it." I could. That surprised me a little bit.
It really depends. No. It really depends of the person, the circumstances. It really depends. But if it's someone I love or I value, like if it's someone that it's important to me, outside of family, a conversation is had. Depending on what's discussed, will dictate what happens next. But if it's just Olympia, my daughter, no, I'm not throwing her away. Absolutely not. Now I will scold her, and then after the scolding, I'd be like, "Do you want some coffee and cheese?"
Coffee and cheese. That's a really weird mix.
You want some coffee
You
and
strike
cheese?
me as somebody though that like when you're done with somebody, it's like a bad appendage. Like it's cut off and that's in the like they're gone.
Yeah. If
No
you
second chances.
threaten my safety, if you hurt my family, or if you interfere with my ability to provide for my family, you're pretty much done. Yeah, you're pretty much done. You know.
Yeah, see, this is something I need to be more stringent about. I'm like the king of second chances, and I forgive you, and
not for those because I do forgive. I forgive, like Biffy, we're friends. If you were to do something outside of those three, even if you were to do something within those three, I will have a conversation with you.
Yeah.
Right. And then depending on that conversation, if we come to a resolution, then we'll find a solution. Right. So it really depends on how far within my sphere you are.
Well, we've also gotten to a place in our friendship where I feel like we know what's in each other's hearts. And so I think like if you were really upset me, I would try to understand what got you to whatever the slight was, because I feel like I could probably understand it to a certain extent, because I know what's inside you. You know, that it's not coming from a place of being selfish or whatever. You know, and you know, I like to think I have that mutual respect from you.
No,
but
no, no. Yeah, 100%. Matter of fact, I'll tell you something that happened in real life. A friend of mine was being hella disrespectful, and he was just. I mean, I don't know what he was going through, but
You're so New York.
no, he didn't touch those three, and I was like, okay, whatever. He's just going through a moment, and then the next day.
Sorry to interrupt you, but what were the 3 rules again?
All right, so don't interfere, don't threaten my safety, don't like try to kill me, don't try to fight me, don't try to hurt me physically, right? The second rule is don't interfere with my ability to provide for my family. So if you sue me,
And then,
or
like, the third one's actually messing with your family. So don't fuck with me, don't fuck with my business, don't fuck with my family.
that's it. Everything
Those are
else
pretty
is
simple rules.
workable. Everything else
Yeah.
we can converse. You know, like, oh, you yelled at me, I'm sorry. And by the way, I because everything else is really not important to me, so I usually concede 99%.
You know, that's funny because they have a saying too, and you like organically came up with this, but they have a saying with straight men that you don't fuck with their lady, you don't fuck with their car, and you don't fuck with their dog. And it's basically like, yeah, that's a real thing. Yeah, you don't fuck with their lady, you don't fuck with their car, you don't fuck with their dog.
Oh, the heteros, love it.
Like these lines you cross, and you know, there's no going back. It's like
Yeah.
time.
Because then you lose trust, right? You lose complete trust. Like if you threaten my safety, like how could I ever fall asleep next to you? I could never, right? Or if you stab me in the back in terms of money, my
That is
daughter.
a hetero thing. Like pretty much every good friend I've ever had, I'm not anymore, but I used to be this way when I used to work construction. It was like every good friend I ever had, I fought at one point or another. It's like it's almost like a bonding experience.
Yeah, because you care about what they say, and that's why outside of those 3, I concede.
Oh, I don't mean like argument. I mean like physically fighting each other. It was almost like a test. Like I just like I want to see what they're capable of, and I very rarely won these fights, but almost every time I was like, you know, I kind of like this guy. He's cool. I could hanging out with him.
Really?
And like Brian would be like, yeah, I think I'm gonna fight him this Saturday. It's just like weird. Yeah, I don't know.
What?
It's a hetero. It's definitely a hetero
That
thing.
has to be a hetero thing. No. If we're friends, don't touch me. Like don't like.
It was
if
almost
you cross
like
that line of violence. First of all, I won't even fight you back, unless I have like you're gonna kill me. I'll just say, oh, I'm sorry. Okay, fine. Okay. Until I disarm you, until you disappear, and then I will disappear, probably sue you, and then never see you again. Yeah, because that's a like it takes such a small moment to change your life, right? It takes a little moment for someone to escalate and maybe stab you in the face. Like it just takes a little bit for things to get so big, and it's not worth it. You know, so unless you're like, I'm in the moment where I have to defend myself, I'll let you have all the glory until I go home, and then I'll deal with you then, you know. But fighting is out of question. We could yell, we could shout, we could be like, no, but don't put hands on someone. No.
it's kind of the way things are nowadays too. Like our society has shifted. Like that narrative of just I'm gonna fight you just because it doesn't really exist anymore. You'll go to jail.
No, yeah, you go to jail, and like you lose someone's trust, and trust is so hard to find. Trust is one of the things, and you have to constantly nourish it and nurture it, and
it's a really difficult thing to get back once it's lost too.
Once it's lost, yeah, it's almost impossible to get back. And then you know,
that's true. It is almost impossible. Like back to the same degree you had it with somebody, you'll really never get back there again.
Get that back because you never see them the same, and you know, life is very difficult as it is. And you know, when you create a circle of people who are friends, where you could just like, if I ever come to your house, like if I come to your house, you know what I do to my phone and my wallet and everything I own? I put it in the kitchen table and I forget about it, right? So if I'm not comfortable enough or don't trust the environment enough, then I'm not coming. Do you know what I mean? Like it's one of those things that's so sacred.
You wouldn't even put yourself in that situation.
I wouldn't put myself in that situation. Exactly. Exactly. And I don't know if it's just a side effect of just getting older, because I did get into fights when I was in my 20s, but after, you know, something clicked in the head, I'm like,
well, I think once you have kids, your time becomes so valuable. It's like you're not going to waste it on people that aren't worth it, because you need that time so much. It's like I value it too much to be throwing it away needlessly.
Yeah. Biffy, I'll share something with you. I think I
Really
talked
quick though, that's a great turtleneck, by the way.
Oh, thank you. Do you want to know a crazy story about who this belonged to?
Sure. That's a very maniacal laugh.
Wait.
That's so animated.
No, I was going laughter. I had to control the. This belonged to my grandfather.
Oh, that's cool.
Father of my mother. It's not. It's right.
That would look great with your. Where's your blazer, by the way? That would look great with a blazer.
No, it's arrives in the mail. She mailed it. You know, she mailed it with not. She didn't expedite it. The bitch. No, I'm kidding. So,
wait, the blazer, your uniform, the one you wear for the show all the time?
Yeah. So I went to see my friend Linda because she gave birth and she was going through a difficult time postpartum, and I went to spend some time with her to chill a little bit. I brought him some figs. I said it's okay.
Look at you, what a good friend. The figs from your tree.
She got two, from the tree because she got 2 kids now. And she was like, "Oh my god, Alistair, this is a lot." I was like, "It's okay. I'll come over, tell your husband and your mother to take the kids, and then we'll just be like all days, just us and the TV and some baby time because she does have to breastfeed, and we just spent the whole day together. We watched.
Friend in need is a friend indeed. You're one of those people. You're just good for you, man.
I brought a lot of figs. I cooked what I could, which is pasta and meatballs. Please, I'm not a cook. I was
really?
Like,
I thought you were a good cook. So does
Christopher is a cook. No, I'm not a good cook. If you want me to feed you, I'll give you eggs and rice. That's it. Like simple stuff. Like it's not gonna be
rice. It's really fucking good.
It's not gonna stuff.
I moved to Hawaii back in 2014 when I was going through my divorce. I sold my truck, quit my job, just got on bought a one-way ticket to Hawaii and just moved out there. And my first night there, I went to a breakfast center across the street from my hotel, and the entire menu was in Asian because it's really heavily influenced by Asian culture.
Oh, I did not know that.
And I was like, oh, just give me number one because the number one's always like the most basic number order thing, right? That's why it's the number one. And they gave me 2 fried eggs, 2 strips of bacon on top of a huge bed of rice. I was like, what the fuck is this? You fucking people are crazy. I have rice for breakfast. I'll tell you what though. I cracked those over easy eggs over the rice. It was so good. I was so hooked on rice out in Hawaii. It's something I went out and had to buy a rice cooker when I first moved out to Wish because it's like I love it. I love it more than French fries or potatoes. I love rice.
That is so funny. No, rice is delicious.
Yeah, it's not very good for you. I can't eat that crap anymore.
Let's go to the next story. Power of the wind.
Yeah.
Look, everybody, if you think the wind is nice to you, let me show you this because, honey, watch out for the wind. Look at
holy cow, look at him. It literally bowled him over. This is like something out of a Charlie Chaplin movie.
I can't.
They even had the double-decker bus in the back. Is this in the UK? Yeah, UK.
That wind is like, honey, I'm here.
Oh my god, I pushed him in the wrong direction.
I can't.
Good thing there's no ice on the ground. They just be
oh my god.
gale force winds.
He's like, do you need help, buddy? No, I'm good. I'm good. It's the best. It's the best. I love it.
Wow.
Beefy.
Was this recent?
No, this was a year ago. So recent-ish. It was it was definitely during the lockdown. And Beefy, have you ever experienced? I think the winds there were 100 and 120. It was definitely above 90. And have you ever experienced winds above 90, Beefy?
I don't think I have. No.
Listen, it's.
I mean, we saw it. It'll literally bowl you over.
Yeah.
Literally encrypted.
So, you might think, oh, please, I can handle this. I squat a little bit, lean in. No, you'll be very surprised how that wind just literally lifts you off. Like you almost like
no bitch. No bitch.
Yeah, like no, you're flying. And I forgot what storm it was, Sandy or
Eunice right here, Eunice.
Okay. No, I'm talking about the one I experienced here. We were at the shore. I forgot which one it was, and it was in a 100 something. I think it was 100
Maybe
or
it was
whatever.
the hurricane that like destroyed the Jersey Shore and all that.
It must have been, but it was difficult to walk. It felt like I was pushing against a wall. Yeah. I just found it. Where do I go? Oh, where do I go?
Wow.
Right? Look at that. Everybody just got a little boost of speed.
At least they're all leaning back. Interesting.
At least you get to your destination faster, right?
Oh, Mount Washington. Yeah, I'm from New Hampshire. I've hiked Mount Washington. Yeah, the winds at the top of Mount Washington are crazy.
Are they really?
Walking in New Hampshire White Mountains is a challenge. Yeah, it's really, really windy.
And nobody expects the wind to, you're like, oh, it's the wind. I'm not a leaf. I'm heavy enough. No, like it's always surprising when the wind literally is like, you're coming with me, whether you like it or not.
My poor little dogs, I can just picture them like getting lifted off the ground. Oh, speaking of which, dude, my dog gave me a freaking heart attack today. So I normally put my dogs on leashes, but for whatever reason this morning, I had to go actually, that's what it was. I had to go to the office because I dropped my phone and it cracked. So I came back late and I didn't take my dogs out. So I grabbed my coffee and a butt and I just kind of, come on guys, let's go. No leashes. We're going to do this quick. And so they're out running around and all of a sudden, like I try to keep an eye on them and Meatball, my chihuahua, was just gone. And I freaked out. I ran up the stairs. I was like all out of breath. I was running all around my neighborhood, screaming like a maniac. Meatball! I was freaking out, dude. It scared the crap out of me.
Where was Meatball?
So my first 4 neighbors have moved out, and unbeknownst to me, I don't know if a homeless person or whatever. Remember, I was telling you, my back hallway has a door that's like open to the public. I think somebody was squatting in my first floor apartment, and they just left the door open. But it looks identical to my apartment. So he must have been attracted to the smell, whatever. But he got there and he was just chilling, just like, yep, this is my house.
Oh my god!
After like half an hour, I was so scared, dude. I was like picturing like I'm gonna have to put posters up. Like he has a microchip, but that's a whole thing. Like you got to go down to the vet's office, and then scared the crap out of me though.
It's scary when you lose a pet. It's literally heartbreaking because you know like somebody else would not take care of your pet the same way you take care of them.
No way.
No, like you in your head is like they're gonna go to somewhere and be miserable.
I was like, it's funny how your brain goes to these like dark places, but I was like imagining what my life was gonna be like without Meatball, and it was like, oh my god, I'm not gonna be able to sleep at night because I'm so used to having him next to me, and it was so awful. It was like so traumatic. LoJack.
What does LoJack mean?
Apple tag. So LoJack has some of the best GPS equipment. And I literally have no idea how they get it so precise, but like they make a joke about that, how like whoever makes the GPS equipment for LoJack should like work for NASA because they're able to pinpoint with such accuracy. Like even an Apple, well, actually no, Apple tags are pretty accurate too, but even so, a LoJack is they do really well. I don't know how they
need to put it in a collar. What are they waiting for?
That's a thing. That's a thing.
Oh, it is.
GPS collars. Yeah, I need to get one. Actually, it's a good idea.
Yeah, I need to get one. But let me tell you, Christopher lost our dog Neftis when she was a puppy, and can I tell you that it was the first time where our relationship became very stressed because I was like, "What do you mean?" So he walks the dog because it's my dog, and so we were together, we're dating, and we're living in the same apartment. He's like, "I'm gonna walk the dog." I'm like, "Okay." He comes back, Alistair, the dog is missing. The dog ran away. I'm like, where's my dog? Where's my dog? We were out running, screaming. I was crying. I was just I call 911. I call everybody. You don't understand. I was so depressed. And then look,
Alicia says her husband lost her cat when she was newly pregnant, and she lost her shit. She kicked him out of the house until she found him.
Yeah,
I'll probably do the same thing. Like you go find that fucking cat.
Yeah, you're gonna find that effing cat.
Come back until you find him.
Yeah. And then it was so my puppy. was about to cross the street, and the driver stopped and picked
thank
it up.
God.
Oh my God. Because I like we were and the cops were like, well, you gotta wait a little X amount of time before you stop. I'm like, no, my dog, that's my dog. And
I'd
Chris
be
was like,
screaming at
I
those
was
idiot
there, I'm like,
cops.
don't talk to me. Like I was. And then when I got the dog, I was shaky. I couldn't even enjoy it. I couldn't even enjoy it. I was so shaky. Like I was like so disturbed and perturbed.
I thought that I was gonna be more like, oh, I'm not even mad, I'm just relieved. But I was pretty upset at him when I found him. I was
So
like, what are you
upset.
doing?
Yeah, I was, yeah. What the? I can't. Oh my God.
Like they say, parents go through like the stages of grief right when they lose their kids, and it's like, oh, I'm not even mad anymore. I'm just worried. I wasn't. I was straight like, you fucking idiot.
Yes.
He's just a dog. He doesn't know. I don't know. But yeah, that was.
The dog
That was
probably
my
looked at
morning.
you like, they probably look at you like, what's wrong with you? You're like, don't ever run away from
I was
me.
crying and shaking. Yeah, I was getting there for sure.
Yeah,
I was like,
oh.
I was really distraught when it happened to me. It really freaked me out. But yeah, that was my
Look,
morning.
I'll tell you one more story. Well, if Christopher killed my peach tree one time. That I also shaked, and I was very mad. He's like, I'll start more because I take care of the garden. And that particular day, he was like, I'll stay. You just stay home, darling. I'll mow the lawn for you. And he mowed the lawn, and he used the trimmer and girdled the tree. And I was
Oh, Christopher!
And Chris is like, what do you mean? I was just trimming around.
I
was
did
like,
such a good job. I cut down the tree for you. And look how short it is. Oh,
Oh my God, I was like, my girl, I was so upset. It's okay, we're still married. But I was like, no, you never trim around a tree. No, you use scissors. I mean, garden clippers. No.
Yeah, shears.
Oh my
here's a question I've never asked. Oh, no, actually, I think we have talked about it on the podcast. I was going to ask you what your wedding was like, but you did like a surprise thing at a restaurant, right?
Yeah. Because my sister-in-law wanted to do a destination wedding, and I was like, girl, who's going to pay for that? You? And she was like,
this before you owned all your businesses?
That's way before. I was 2018. How old was that? How many years is that?
It was 5 years ago.
Okay, so 2016.
So Lucy says, Alistair, my husband weed whacks everything I plan because he can't tell how to weed. I don't know what host is. I don't get this joke.
Oh my God! Do you scream at him?
Alicia says black thumbs. Yeah, black thumbs.
Oh my God. No, our wedding was really great. It was simple. It was maybe 30 people. Well, we sent an invitation to all of our friends to come to the Justice of the Peace and then go to dinner. And so it wasn't a weekday, and they came out after work. Those who could, those who couldn't, it's okay. And then it was like, surprise, that's the wedding. And they go, what? I'm wearing flip-flops. One of them was. And I was like,
she says I'm on the verge of leaving him. Did you guys have like a honeymoon?
We did have a honeymoon. We went to Greece afterwards. Yeah.
Oh, how was that? That must.
It was really good. It was really good. It was we went to Mykonos and we went to Santorini, and it was so good. So good.
Amazing. That's like a dream trip.
It was good. And we rented a car and we did all the islands. We ate all the food. We drank.
Oh, Mediterranean food, yeah, pitas and hummus and
yes,
that sounds
delicious. And the cheese. You know, I'm a cheese lover. And the coffee. Yeah. Good thing, good thing we can't get pregnant.
Did you stay in one of those what are those like? What are they, like those stone villas or whatever, where you're up on the hills?
Yes. So Christopher loved to do stuff when he travels, and you know our daughter. I say his daughter, but wait, before you throw stones at me, because that's his sperm.
Yeah, his DNA. Yeah, I get it.
So because that's the DNA related, she likes to be entertained. She has that personality of like, what are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? And I like to stay home and chill a little bit. So the way we travel every 3 days. So when we arrive, I go to the hotel and I chill because traveling is exhausting to me. And then what he does, he goes and he explores what he wants to do tomorrow. And then tomorrow we do everything that he wants to do, everything he explored the day before.
Oh,
and then,
so you kind of like take turns, one day on, one day off.
Yeah,
That's
and on the third day, it's my day where we do everything everything he doesn't really like, which
Nice.
is galleries, shopping, stare at the wall. Because I like to just stare at nature, you know. Go to the beach, we exercise.
I like to do stuff for my vacation, but I also don't like people who like to itinerize everything. Like, you
Yeah,
can't go into a vacation with an entire week of plans. Like, I'll just on a whim be like, hey, let's just go into town and go shopping for the entire day. That's fine. But you can't have an entire week planned out. Like, you got to have those days where you just lounge on the beach, or you know what? I just feel like staying in the hotel room watching TV today.
Yeah. Oh my God. It's like, you take your phone, go to the balcony, drink your wine for breakfast, get a license drunky, and then you take a nap. Look at that. What a great day that is. You know what I mean?
Drink some beers, eat some nachos. Now it's time to sleep off my drunk so I can wake up and get it back.
What?
Yeah.
You go out for a walk on the street, you sit your ass down, eat the mango off the floor. What are we doing today? I don't know.
The mango off the floor.
Yeah,
Just
like
staying
it's
somewhere tropical. My
yeah.
dad lives in Thailand, and he told me that he has a mango guy that comes and drops off like a big box of mangoes for like a quarter.
It's the best. You do, and then like, oh, is it dinner time? Dinner time. Then you sit down. You want some cigars? Smoke some cigars. You want to go dance? Let's go dance. I'm tired. Let's go home. Okay. Wake up in the morning with no hours. No, when we vacation, it's back and forth because he likes to do stuff.
We need to plan a Boîte Noire vacation trip where we go somewhere. Yeah, that'd be fun.
That would be great.
Like a destination show where we invite everybody. Yeah, that'd be fun.
But just know that every third day, I need to disappear, and I'm an introvert. I need to recharge. I can't be, So day one, day two,
we do like a weekend thing, right? So we do like a weekend destination, and on a Saturday, Saturday night we have our live show, and we meet and greet everybody. We have a party afterwards, and then the rest of the time just for us.
Yeah, I love to dance, right?
Oh yeah, dude. You and I will crush it on the dance floor.
Dance. So I do nightclubs when I travel. Please.
I'll go to the nightclub with you. That sounds fun.
I like to wiggle, and and then I go home.
I bet you're very fun to go out partying with.
No, I am. That I have to say, I'm very loud, and I love debauchery minus the sex. I love all the debauchery.
Probably now. I bet you there was a time where you were very pro debauchery.
But I'm married now. But back in the day, sure. But I love debaucheries. Like, what are we doing? You want a shot? Let's do a shot. What are you drinking? Wine. Let's do it. You want to smoke? Let's do it.
I might want to go out for like a night, even though I'm sober, just to go out and do it. Like, why not?
Well, I can do sober too, by the way. No, please. Because if I could do sober, because I love to smoke cigar when I'm on vacation. So I just smoke my cigar while you drink your water. I move my shoulders.
Introvert batteries need to be recharged. Yeah, this is something that, as I'm not introverted, so my brother told me about this, that when he goes out to meet people, he needs to withdraw back into his cave to recharge his batteries. His recharge. Calls it. I'm the opposite because I live alone and I'm extroverted by nature. I go through periods where I haven't talked to anybody in days. I need to get some social interaction because it's I need to recharge my. So I'm literally the exact opposite of what that feels like. But
you know what's really cool when you do meet someone and settle down, a person that's good for you is oh God, look at me saying this, but what I would suggest is a introverted person because you can support one another.
I probably will end up finding an introverted person. Yeah. I tend to attract those kind of people because I am extroverted. It's I collect them like Pokemon. I've just got and it sucks because I'm always talk to me, I want to talk more, and they're like, fuck off, dude. It's enough. I've been talking to you all day. It's just part of being extroverted.
Yeah.
Studia says late to the party. What's going on? We're doing a house show. We had a guest cancel on us, so we are just kind of shooting the S. We watched some clips. We had some laughs. Kind of wrapping it up. Yeah, it's us. Yeah, it's very much me and Alicia. It's she has to turn her phone up. It's Jesus Christ, dude, stop fucking texting me.
Yeah. And then when you do have kids, Beefy, you guys will see you can alternate because you won't be tired as easily because I get tired quickly. So after my Olympia moments,
are you introverted? You don't strike me as somebody that's introverted.
Oh, I'm extremely introverted. Yeah. Huh. That's why I'm going through a burnout phase right now. You wouldn't know, wouldn't you? I am struggling. I am struggling. You don't understand. You don't understand. You don't understand. I'm having a very hard 2 weeks mentally in terms
I
of.
was going through that previously. We even talked about it in the show, but I'm out of it, man. I'm in my stride. Fucking things are good in Beef Man's life. Happy, crushing it. Diet's going well. I just posted a new video on my YouTube channel. It's doing really well. I'm making more
You're on the
content.
roll. You're
Yeah, things are
inspiring.
going well.
I love it.
Yeah, I'm getting the passion back again. It's cool.
Well, I'm having a very difficult time. And the crazy thing about this is I can't completely tune out and recharge myself because I have a baby. You see?
Yeah.
So so I have
Well, you
to.
and Chris seem to have a pretty good dynamic down. He must give you time to.
But the thing is, here's the thing. That's true. The thing is that Christopher would do anything for me, and that's a problem because you can't, like, he's not a single parent. Because if I take the time I need to recharge, it probably be like a week, and I
Oh
can't.
wow. Yeah, that's a lot.
Like I need time. Right, exactly. It's not just one day. Like I need, if I need to recharge, I need to completely recharge, and that can take
Yeah,
days.
so she's saying the same thing. It's like you can't completely, and she's telling me about this all the time because she's like a stay-at-home mom, and her husband doesn't help out as much as he probably should with the kids, and I find myself sympathizing for her a lot. Where it's like you need to have time, not just for yourself, but away from the kids. And as much as it is great that like she gets her moments like by herself where dad steps in and says, okay, I'll take care of the kids. Like, no, you need to have everybody out of the house, or you need to go somewhere away.
Alicia, you and I are the same. That's exactly what I need. I need everybody to shut up, get out.
Yourself at 50%.
I don't even want TV. I just want to stare at a wall or lay down and just be for myself for a good 2 days. Yeah, I need like a 2-day vacation, and nobody speaks to me. Don't text me. That's impossible to do. So, like Alicia, yeah, it's like I feel like I'm always at 50%, always on the verge of empty.
It's funny how the grass is always greener. Like I'm living alone now, and it's just like, God, I just want somebody in my life to just like be there, and like not even necessarily just to talk to, just be in the house. But I remember when my ex was living with me, and she wouldn't. There were periods where she would not leave for lots, and I'd be like, "Will you fucking just get out of here? Just go." So it is just like what do they say? Single and lonely, or married and miserable? Chris Rock bit, yeah. Single and lonely, or married and miserable.
Oh, that's so funny. Yeah, but I'm doing my best. Like I do my best.
Saying the same thing. I need my house 2 days alone. You're saying a week though.
Yeah, because it accumulates. It does, and also don't forget.
I think after 4 or 5 days, you would you'd probably get lonely.
See, no. Yes, I'm the type where I am my own best friend. I love my own company, and if I'm not careful, I could be by myself for as long as I want. And matter of fact, Christopher needs to remind me sometimes, like, hey, Alistair, it's been a month now and you haven't really done anything social. Do you want to do one thing? I said, oh, right. Okay, sure. Where are we going? Your mother's? All right. Like, I could be alone forever and not even worry about it. You know what I mean?
She just said the same thing. I could be alone forever. Awesome.
Yeah, there you go.
Dude. Oh, no. I literally freak out sometimes that, like, I'm going to be alone forever. Like, it scares the crap out of me. Like, my biggest thing right now is I'm just going to fucking die alone.
No, you're not gonna die.
It's just the grass is always greener. You know what I mean? Like I said, it seems very appealing until you're in it.
Until you're in it. Yeah. You're right.
I'm sure I'll meet somebody and settle down. I'll be like, I had all that time to myself. Why didn't I do this? And I'm in it now, and it's just I hate it.
See, that's why whatever you just said, that's the mantra I repeat myself in my head. I'm like, it will get better. It will be better. It will be better. Yeah, because Christopher also, he's tired. He's also tired. Like he can't be a single father. He has a job.
Yeah.
He has responsibilities. I can't just let him do this by himself because he would.
Speaking of job, did you end up losing that customer who was kind of on the outs? You were struggling there for a little while. They weren't getting their returns.
Oh no. Good question. It's been a while. No. I'm getting contracts, honey. I'm working.
But that specific customer, did you save them or did they leave?
The one from literally like 3 months ago? No, I got fired.
Oh, I don't remember how long ago it was, but you were talking on the show about some customer who
Yes,
pulled you in for like a we're gonna fire you meeting.
yes. The people who were very unhappy with my numbers, no, they didn't renew the
Yeah,
contract. I was let
that
go.
sucks. Yeah,
Yeah,
what are
it
you gonna
sucked.
do?
I was
Did
let
you land
go.
some new ones?
So I've got some new ones, and the way I work my contracts is I always look out for my staff 1 year in advance. So even though I got let go, we got paid till the end of the year, and so everybody has plenty of time to
Like,
go find a new job. So sorry.
is
So
that guaranteed money? Like, even though you're not
no,
there
no, it's
working, you're
guaranteed
still
in
getting
the
paid?
contract. They pay me before we
Wow.
start. So in January, I get the lump sum of money, and then I divulge it over time. But when I do lose the contract, everybody gets their share because then the contract is over. Everybody goes home, but
Wow.
they get whatever was contracted. I give it to them in a lump sum. Yeah, that's the only way to do it. Because if you don't structure things like that, you know what corporate does? Corporate doesn't do anything.
Lisa says, my cell phone is enough social during COVID lockdown was magic. You know, like, everybody was saying, like, oh, this is so hard, such a difficult time. Dude, I fucking love the pandemic. Shit. I legit like miss it sometimes. I'm like, oh, remember how
Really?
glorious that was when we were all home? People were on TikTok, and I didn't have to go to. Oh, it's so great. It's the best.
You
You
know,
go to the store and nobody was there. Oh, it was fucking awesome.
wait, that I have to say, that was nice. When it's just everything, everywhere was empty. I was like, oh, this is nice. Look at me doing
Yes.
cocktails. Yeah. That I have to say, that was very cool. That I appreciate that. And I want that back. Things are getting crowded. Yeah. That's true. That's true. COVID was a crazy time, wasn't it?
I'm really glad it happened because everybody's office is shifted to more working remote, and now I get to work from home, and it's just been such a night and day difference from going into the office every day.
Let me ask you, and to anybody who's listening, when did COVID put in perspective your value as a worker? Like, oh, I want paid time off, I want time with the family, I want to not work on
Yeah,
weekends. Did it put that value into you guys?
for me, 1,000%. It
Yeah.
gave me perspective of I need to put more importance on actually enjoying what I do rather than like I need to make this much money and I need to advance my
Yeah.
career and I'm doing this and whatever. And it's like, hey, you know what? If I don't like what I'm doing, I'm just gonna change. Like I'm not going to put myself through something I don't like. So I value working from home so much. If like my boss came to me and said, "Hey, everyone's come back to the office full time," I don't necessarily know that I'd quit, but I'd have to have a really long, good think
Yeah.
about do I want to look for employment elsewhere because I value working from home so much.
The one thing I have to say, because you have a lot of the CEOs and a lot of companies who like come back to work, but it's the argument that I've always given, even before COVID. Europe is the third best economy, actually, say the second most robust economy in the world, and they don't work as hard as we do. And so I always go like, you see, America, like we don't have to work so hard like that to be able
Yeah.
to do the same output. I mean, you look at the economy now, right? So yeah, you can argue it's not so great, but it's good, but it's definitely better than anywhere else in the world. And we haven't all gone back to work. Like, so that means it can work. And if people really wanted to, they can make it work. It's just employers want to go back and have the power again to dictate
Yeah.
you to come to work and do their bidding. They want to take that power away.
Yeah.
So no, I think working from home, or at the very least, working hard with reasonable
I
expectations.
think if you've hired employees you can't trust to work independently,
Mhm,
you're doing it wrong from the get-go. Like you've hired somebody you probably shouldn't have hired.
mhm, mhm. Agree. Not everything has to be more. You could do a year where it's the same or a little bit better.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be 20% more. Like it's okay if it's the same or 5% less.
Well, I mean, with inflation, technically you should
Okay,
be
you're right.
increasing your
Yeah,
sales at
yeah.
least
Okay,
10% every
10%
year,
more.
otherwise you're losing money. But yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, of course.
Lucy agrees. She says, I definitely have a different attitude about my job. Yeah,
Yeah,
I feel like it put a lot of power back into employees' hands, and it's really
yeah.
not going back that much. Like it's still very much an employee's market versus an employer.
Yeah. And then I hope and I wish employees now will seek out to make more unions. We need unions. I'm sorry. We do need unions because otherwise that's what you get, bad working conditions.
Company I work for is union. I'm very pro-union. And people don't realize that unions set the work standards that we still live by today. The 40-hour work week, holidays, everything like that was established by Jimmy Hoffa and the labor unions.
Thank you. Thank you. People don't realize that.
Lucy says we have less than 50% staff than we did in 2020 and have increased workload like 200%. So I don't allow myself to beat myself up.
Oh, that's amazing.
Get it all done.
That's a great mentality. Look at that. Love it.
See, that scares me because then companies are going to look like, hey, we had 200% profits at 50% capacity. Why would we hire those people back?
So no, they won't go that way. They will go and reduce their biggest liability, which is real estate, because property taxes. They will cut off their office building space, their office footprint.
That's another facet to this too. I'm in construction, even though I work in service, but a big facet of our contract department has been they really aren't building office space the way they used to. So it's really been hitting the construction industry hard because companies, they're doing everything remote. Like we don't need to rent out office space. We can have like a, one full-time guy or whatever. People can just work from home.
That's true. I mean, the landscape has changed, but you know what? Everybody has to adapt, but adapt with the benefits of your workers in mind. What's wrong with that? I don't understand why that's so difficult. What's wrong with that?
The more and more I get into big business and sales and management and all that, the more I realize like the corporate buzzwords and the flywheel and all that crap is just noise. If you stand by business ethics and do the right thing and just try to organically take care of your customers, you will find that
and your employees,
your business will, and your employees, and just stand by like the basic principles of operating a good business. Interest in sales will increase organically. Like I said, it'll just happen. Like you won't have to do any marketing. You won't have to commercialize or hit your sales really hard. Just things they'll trend upwards for you if you just do things the right way.
Yeah, it's true. It's very true. It's very, very true.
You probably won't live in that volatile market of like these huge highs and these really low lows, but you will just very consistently trend upwards, which is what most businesses actually want. Just consistent growth.
Yes, a stabilized, consistent growth. I mean, before Reagan, that's what it was, and then Reagan came in and changed the game, and then it became may the best man win. Yeah. It's funny when I speak about stuff like that, people get a little bit confused. Not you guys, but when I speak to people around me where I am in real life, they get very confused because they go, "Oh, wait a minute, I thought you were. Oh, wait a minute, I thought you were. Oh, wait, now I think you are." They're not quite sure where to put me, and I always say, like I'm not left, right, or anything. I'm for the common sense, which puts me in an independent box, but I'm more like common sense.
Yeah.
Like, for example, I do think CEOs need to make more than the employees. Of course. Now, $50 million a year more, I don't think so. But they need to make a lot more because when you are a CEO or even the president, you work 7 days a week. Your job never stops. So you deserve a compensation for working constantly. And like you work.
I mean, that's just capitalism, just as much like healthy competition. That's almost like our society. Everybody says like, "Oh, everybody gets a trophy."
Exactly.
No, you should be rewarded for how much work you get.
Exactly, and and then because of competition, because of changing world, that the people at the helm have to constantly educate themselves, constantly be vigilant. It's very stressful, so they do need to make more. Now, a $30 million bonus more? I don't think so.
Yeah,
maybe 15 million, sure, but not like you could cut those bonuses in half, darling. You know what I mean?
We say all the time on this show, everything is a balance. It's just
everything
finding the middle ground. Everything is a balance.
Right. For like, what do you mean? Like, no. I mean, come on. Like, what's his name? Chase CEO made like $50 million in bonus. His regular salary is like $20 million.
Oh, that's such an evil corporation, Chase. I hate them.
What did he do? No.
Evil bank.
He does a lot. He does a lot, but not $50 million worth. I don't think. I think I think it'd be fine if he gets 25 million. Not 50.
Well, hey, that is a great segue for our final thought.
Yes.
The final thought.
For the final thought, Beefy, you know who called me today and who was on the verge of tears? My nephew. Okay, wait. Let me tell you.
Football player nephew?
No, not him. That's the black one. That's the nephew from my blood. He's the son of my brother.
Okay.
So I have a nephew-in-law, which is the white one. He's the son of my sister-in-law. They're almost the same age, by the way. No, so it's gonna segue into the final thought. Let me tell you the story first. So he calls me, and he goes to boarding school, and he got there through a scholarship. He goes to boarding school in PA, one of the best schools, and he got it through a scholarship. But the scholarship requirement that he has to maintain a 4.0 GPA, which is very stressful. Now he's also an athlete. He plays soccer. Now, when we dropped him off at school. Olympia was sick. So when my brother dropped him off at school, I told him, because I'm closer to him than my brother is. I said, anything you need, you call me, you understand? And also, I know, like, he's my nephew. There's some things he may not want to tell his mom and dad, like, girls, right? So certain things that he wants to talk about with his uncle. I said, whatever you need, I'm closer, call me. So he called me today. And he was on the verge of tears. You can hear him when the voice cracks. And he says to me, Uncle Alistair, I'm having a difficult time. I said, okay, what's the matter? Is it school? Is it the pressure of the 4.0 GPA? Because don't make no mistake, that school has a curriculum like a beast. It's supposed to train you to go to one of the top colleges. So it's not like it's a regular high school's curriculum. It's hard. And I said, it's okay. Look, take a deep breath. What's the matter? Are you struggling with the class? What's the situation? He's like, no, the friends that he's making, they may not have the same pressures to get the it's a 4.0 GPA, guys. That's like
that's insane.
So they may not have the pressure of the 4.0, so they may not understand that my nephew needs to really study, and he needs to pull off that 4.0. So that means there will be some sacrifice that will have to be made in terms of his social life. And he was telling me that his friends are making fun of him, and he's young, and making fun of him and making little sly comments and stuff like that. Oh, is it just Jaden the smart one, or making a little snob because Jaden has to study and Jaden has to make sure that when he gets an exam, it's an A, right?
Right.
And so I said to him, I said, look, take it from me, from your uncle, and here comes the final. Throughout your entire life, because you only 15. Throughout your entire life, I'm 38. You're going to be constantly challenged in terms of your value, will be constantly challenged from somebody else's point of view. I said, no, my boy, no, this is where you practice, right? Forget the noise. I know it's difficult because you're young, but try to forget the noise and focus on your self-value. Their opinion doesn't matter, because when you graduate and you get to that good school scholarship, they're going to be like, I didn't study. I don't know what I'm doing. No. So I had to reassure him that, his value does not lie in the opinion of his friend and peers, and which is hard to hear for a teenager, because all they care about is, do I look cool? Do I look dateable? Does the girl like me? No, your value does not lie in somebody else's point of view. Your value lies.
Yeah, it's so serendipitous, because this is something I'm just very recently coming into terms with myself. And I've talked a lot about this on this show, about how I struggle with self-esteem and how I rely on external sources for validation. And I'm just now, just this past week, getting to a point where I feel like I like myself, I'm losing weight, and I'm mentally getting healthy and well from being very much physically and mentally unhealthy for a very long time. And it feels good to like myself and not rely on external sources. It feels good to like myself unconditionally. I just like my life, and it's a new thing that I am getting used to, but it's very refreshing.
Love it. And
but you're absolutely right. You can't rely on external sources like YouTube or having a girlfriend or whatever they are, because you're you're putting your destiny in someone else's hands.
You will always be chasing validation, and it's normal to be human, to feel wanted and feel validated. And when you had those moments of lows, Beefy, just focus on the good things, like focus on the great things about you. I tell you all the time, you're smart as hell, bitch, and you are super creative, and you are very nice, very kind-hearted. You think you're a hustler. Do you know
You
what I
were
mean?
so supportive, Alistair.
No, I'm saying, like, once you're in the low, just focus on the good things about you. That will pick you right up, and don't talk about all that negative bullshit, because your brain will capture it. Just focus on the stuff that you know, like, that's me, and I'm good. I am who I am, and this is what I am, and you take it or leave it. Yeah.
Yeah, I know these final thought segments can be a little cheesy and kumbaya, but there really is a certain aspect of PMI, a positive mental attitude, and just like willing yourself to be a good mood. Like they say, even if you're in a bad mood, if you just like physically tell yourself, like, no, I'm not going to concede to that. I'm just going to force myself to actually enjoy today and be in a good mood. That shit really does work.
Yeah.
So, for anybody out there that says like, oh, the final thought is cheesy, like, you're an naysayer. You're relying on externals to have you already. Find some love in yourself and get the fuck out of here. No, I'm kidding. We love you.
You're so
We're glad you're here. We're glad you're here. Thanks for
my nephew, of course, he's young. He didn't quite believe me all the way. He was like, oh, crying. And then I said to him, look, even if you flunk out of school, let's take the worst case scenario. Even if you flunk out of school, it's okay. And again, even if everything fails, it's all right. It's not failure. You just learn.
I mean, look at it this way: you flunked out of one of the best schools in the country. You're still ahead of 80% of the population.
I was like, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Put too much pressure on ourselves. Just love you for who you are unconditionally. I guarantee you, if I were to meet each and every one of you, I'd be like, what are you freaking out about? You're awesome. Like, this is cool.
I love humans, even though I'm
easy to expend upon others, but more difficult to internalize. But we're getting there. I'm getting there, and it's good. So with that, you want to take us home, buddy?
I will take you home. But before I take you home, I have
take me home tonight. I don't want to let you. Oh wow, you brought it to a dark place. We're just having fun here.
Ow.
I don't think I'm your type anyway, Sarah. I'm a big hairy squirrel.
I'm really close to this thing. I really
yeah, you are.
Sorry. So
thank you so much for watching, guys.
No, wait, no.
Oh,
I was trying to be funny. You didn't even see me. Okay, fine.
No, do yours, Jimmy. Go ahead.
Yeah, it was meant to be funny, but you didn't giggle. How dare you? That means you were not looking at your screen, Beefy. Listen to me.
I was tripping. I'm sorry. I saw the.
I knew he was not looking.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I saw.
Everybody, listen to me very much. Before I take you home, I have to put in this plug. So remember, if you go in the description below, there's a link where we have this awesome sticker. And it's a sticker for Halloween. And I ordered mine because I'm going to sticker it right here, a collection of all the stickers we have. It's only available for 30 days to the 31st. Now, that's being said.
Less than 30 days. I think like 20.
Yeah. 31st is the deadline. Sure.
Get yours today.
Yes. But other than that, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being with us.
Replay crew, we love you.
Yes. And goodbye.
Bye, guys. We'll see you next week. Thanks for watching.
Au revoir.
End transmission.
Thank you for watching.